Welcome to Root Machines game pitch. This is a Unity WebGL pitch, and the version is 2021.3.1 F1, and it's gonna be built on URP or Universal Render Pipeline. It's a fast-paced arena FPS. Emphasis is on the enemy, active enemy or AI design. All the enemies are gonna be active, and they're gonna fight the enemy player. In a very active sense, right? And then I'm the lead, Bilal Cheema, and it will go on from 8th May to till 17th of July. 10 weeks in duration. My experience, I led 4 HomeTeam games: Nick of Time, Fizz, Mystic Chambers, Flick Tactics, and Hover Tactics. Hover Tactics also got the mobile support, and you can check it out on Play Store. I have also participated in multiple game jams and have significant code contributions in more than 10 HomeTeam games. Right. As for the inspirations, Devil Daggers is the main inspiration for the game. However, I'm also inspired from The Light Keeps Us Safe. As you can see in the background, there's Devil Daggers. However, it is PlayStation 1 resolution, very retro-ish or arcade-ish style. We are going more for minimal, low poly, but it will have the arcade elements as well. This is the Light Keeps Us Safe game. Some of the screenshots from that, as then you can see they have the robots with red lights, you can say, or red unlit sprites that we will probably use. And as you can see, they have the red gradients and red bolts and stuff going on that is gonna be similar to our game as well. We are gonna do that similarly. I want to get better in enemy AI design and avoiding feature creep. These are the two things that I always fail at, and I don't do pretty good. So these are the two things that I want to get better in. As for the game, let's check out the game. Um, Here is the game. So let's play it immediately. Oh, it takes some time always. There it is. I play it, and there's the character, there's the hand, and I can shoot. Check, check. There you go. And it's the light diminishing effect. As you can see, if I go near, I can see it completely. If I go away, it slowly diminishes into this purplish background. Looks pretty cool. And there is also texture on the floor or the platform. There's just one platform, and I can have just 2 moves in one gun, and that's it. The platform just ends there, and you have to just fight enemies over there. And the spheres, I just added them just to understand how the light diminishing works. It's pretty cool. And yeah, that's it. There's no power bar. The right click doesn't have recoil, and some of the things are not done. And hopefully we will be doing it after this page. And that's it. So let's move on to the next stuff. That is the game concept. It's gonna be fast-paced shooter or first-person shooter, and there will be one small platform, one gun with alt fire, and one pickup only. That pickup will improve the gun over time as you collect them, and the objective is to survive. Time is the score. The player will be attacked by waves of machines. There will be waves, enemy waves of those rude machines that will be attacking the player. That's the concept of the game, however. And then it will be stylized low poly style. I missed the low here. Minimal animations and simple procedural animations, right? We're not going for complex rigging. It will be, think of transformations, position, rotation, scale, but to the entire enemy body rather than having, bones and stuff moving on and all those things. And it will also have this light diminishing effect that I have already shown you, basically low vision and dark environment, right? The keywords: sci-fi, red lights, lasers, 3D bolts, and current. Here are the art references. As you can see, the focus is on more on the shape rather than on the textures. It's very simple colors, but there is quite much textures going on, right? And we can go for colorful. We can go for colorful as well, but it should feel dark, in a way dark or evil, right? And the all the robots are human made. They are not alien stuff or things like that, except for UFO, right? UFO, even UFO are human made. Let's be real here. So let's go on to the some of the core stuff. That the enemy will have state manager, and enemy will also have multiple states, and the state manager will decide which state to run at a time, right? Enemy will only have one state active at a time, and all those states, roam state, alert state, are subclass of state, right? And each state is associated with a color or and blinking of LED or lights on the enemy, right? For example, in self-destruct state, there will be white light that is blinking very fast to demonstrate that something is going to happen. So as for the schedule, let's move on to schedule. Here is it. And as you can see, it's there's also this thing that I really want to mention, that there is this feeling of claustrophobia and danger all the time for the player, so that the player remains active and he has to take decisions, right? Which enemy to destroy and which to avoid. And there's the focus on audio effect and sound design. As for the storyline, when you wake up, you find yourself inside a completely dark room filled with nothing but void. Then you started seeing the root machines attacking you. That's it, simple. It is 2060 and the mankind is devastated by abnormal AI-equipped machines. You guessed it. That's the plot. Of course, it's a very lazy plot, so feel free to improve it further. I'm gonna say that. Um, yeah, there will be this smooth movement, just like in Boids, but not Boids really. Not Boids. It's gonna be just smooth movement of multiple entities, because there are some enemies that will be many at a time. And there are a total of 6 enemy types. The first one is fast, light, explosive drone. And the second one is heavy, slow laser drone, or you can say mother drone. Third one is medium floating bot. Fourth one is slow, short Roomba-like bots. Fifth one is fast one-wheeler cylinder bot, and the sixth one is massive UFOs or spaceship like red flying boss, right? Pretty cool. And these are the 6 enemies. That's all we're going for. And yeah, as for the actual schedule, well, um, there is the behavior, the states, and the health and damage system using the interfaces. And again, behavior traits, models of rocket frag as well, audio manager, pickup functionality, and that is all going on, right? Until we get towards the play testing sessions of, first of all, the player, controller, and enemy states, and then there is the play testing session of crowd behavior difficulty curve, and at the end there's the overall play session. Total of 3 play testing sessions, hopefully. And if you look at the week 7, it's just basically particles, decals, and just visual effects. And week 8, 9, and 10. Week 8 is where we are calling it feature complete. We're not gonna add more features, but till week 8 we can add as many features as we would like. All right. Bug fixes, polish tweaks is for the last 3 weeks, and at 17th July it will be released. So yeah, that is the schedule. Let's move on further. Art things to do: low poly, sleek, symmetrical, robotic. That's the art style we're going for. I have already shown you the art references. Enemy types: tiny drone, mother drone, floating bot, Roomba-like bot, one-wheeler, cylindrical bot, and UFO boss. I've already shared it. Projectiles, rocket frags, visual effects, and shaders. WebGL shaders, right? Not complex kind of shaders that don't work on WebGL. Shield, laser, red light, electric, thunder, blast. There will be more, but these are some of them. Various scorch marks on the floor when the board gets destroyed. There will be black marks and stuff like that. Core things to do: uses new inputs system, UI builder, proximity, live spotlight, laser detection, fake lighting, smooth swarm movement, crowd behavior, enemy spawning pattern, collecting pickups for weapon slash gun improvement, and directional damage effects. There will be more stuff, but these are the main stuff that I'm going for, and that are definitely important. The important word is fake lighting here. We are not going for a lot of lighting. There will be gradient sprites, red gradient red sprites, hopefully, and actually white sprites, but we'll tint it to red, and things like that. Unlit sprites, right? We can use a lot of sprites. We can use texturing to fake the lighting quads. We can also use them just to make sure that there's lighting, but it's fake, so that it works fine on WebGL, because in WebGL there's some sort of light limits and stuff like that. Audio things to do: no music, ambience only, right? Because the focus is on spatial awareness, that the player needs to know where the enemies are based on just the sound, the 3D sound, right? And there's also the sudden creepy robotic sound, electrifying, and machine sounds that also feels dark or evil at the same time. That's very important, dark or evil. Machine sounds. Again, focuses on sound design and spatial awareness, not on the music or other things. And it's gonna be the focus for the entire game actually. The sound design, it should really feel like we are in some dark or evil environment, and there will be robots, and those bots will have distinct sounds, and their substates will also have a separate feeling or sound to them, so that the player can really appreciate and understand what is going on just based on sound, right? And as for the references of the sounds, let me just go here, and there are 2 sound sci-fi sound reference. First is the YouTube playlist of science fiction sound effects. They're pretty good. And the second one is the Light Keeps Us Safe gameplay video, in which I have set the seconds. If you click this, it will go to that specific second mark where the sounds will be playing multiple sounds, and you will really appreciate the kind of sounds that I would like in the game. So yeah, these are the two references. So yeah, let's move on. So yeah, that's it. Join Rude Machines team, right? I am looking forward to you guys joining it, and I hope that you like the pitch, and thank you for listening. Goodbye.